Jose, how difficult is it not to have your whole squad in preparation? Because you were so pleased with last summer's preparation, but this time it's a bit more difficult, obviously.
Yeah, but before that, I would like to share with you one moment of happiness for me and pride. A bit sad because I'm not there, but my daughter just had her graduation ceremony in the University of Arts in London. Very sad not to be there, but really, really happy and really proud. And I wanted to share with you, if you don't mind. So maybe you understand that our life also has some frustrations, and one of them is not to be there when I should. But that's a job. That's the nature of the job. Yes, the preseason is very bad. I have to say that the positive thing of the preseason is only for the young boys that have a fantastic opportunity to train with us, to know what it is to be a Manchester United first team player, the chance to know all the details related to the life of a Manchester United first team player, and to have the chance to play against fantastic players, Liverpool, Milan, Real Madrid, to know other cultures, to play against the MLS team, to play against a Mexican team. So I think the only positive thing is for them, and I would say for a coaching staff with three new persons, Rapetti, Michael, and Kieran, is also very good for them not to start immediately with the whole group, with the first team all together. I think it's also good for them to adapt to me, to adapt to my needs, to start working in a new reality for them. A part of that, obviously, facility is fantastic, organization fantastic. UCLA is almost home for me. First time here was 2004, but very bad that I have no players to work. Next week will come De Gea, Matic and Fred, which is good, especially for Fred, new player to be with us. But everything is really bad. And then we go to the UK, and we have to play Premier League. Premier League and broadcasters, they were not nice to us by giving us the Friday match, which even complicate more things. So honestly, I'm worried. I have to be worried. I'm not worried about play against Liverpool in here, and Liverpool with the majority of their players, or Real Madrid or Milan with the whole team. I'm not worried if we lose badly. That's not the point. I'm worried because I'm not training, and then I go to the Premier League without lots of players. And I would lie if I say that I'm not worried with it. But it is what it is. We have to try to make the best out of it, and we try to work the players that we have here. Okay, maybe it's good for Luke Shaw, maybe it's good for Eric Bailly, maybe it's good for Andres Pereira, just back from a loan. So we have to try to take the positive things.
Jose, Alexis Sanchez wasn't allowed to travel here. Do you think he will be able to come out to America?
I don't know. I don't know. It's really bad. It's really sad. It's not good for him. It's not good for me, for the team. It's not good for the organization of the International Cup. It's not good for anyone. But there is no one to blame. I can't blame anyone. I know that the club is making the effort. I have to respect the U.S. authorities in their process of selection of visas, but hopefully he come at least join us later, because it would be important at least to work with these Mata, Alexis, Martial, which we think are the players we have in attack for the start of the season. No Lukaku, no Lingard, no Marcus Rashford. So if Alexis is not working with us for 15 or 20 days, we'll be very bad.
Jose, you signed 3 players already. Do you know how many more you'd like in before the transfer window closes?
I've no idea. I have no idea. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say that somebody is coming. I'm not going to say that nobody is coming. I really don't know. We did a league rent because we have a fantastic young goalkeeper that needs to play football. I really believe that Joel is a Manchester United goalkeeper, but he cannot be with 19 years old 2 years without playing football. He has to play. And to protect that position, we got Lee. We know Lee for a long time. He's experienced in Championship. He also is Stoke City in the Premier League, so he's more than ready to fulfill that position and to allow the development of Joel. Joel, that is here with us, is also good for him to play. But then he will go on loan. Fred, you know that we did quite a long time ago, or we started the process quite a long time ago. We lost Michael Carrick, and we think Fred is the kind of player that we need to complement the qualities of our midfield players. And Dalot, but Dalot is injured. We knew that he was injured, a small injury, a small surgery. We didn't want to lose him because of that, and he's recovering really well. And we think he can start training with the team when you go back to England. Not ready for the start of the season, but ready, I think, for September.
Morning. Have you talked to Paul Pogba, and what did you think of his World Cup? And also, I was wondering if you saw a bit of yourself in Didier Deschamps, who's praised just like you for his management skills, who won lots of trophies like you, and who's also sometimes criticized for being maybe too defensive, like sometimes you've been criticized too.
You know, Paul, I did with him what I did with all my players. I sent a nice message before the World Cup. During the World Cup, I decided not to disturb anyone. I think when they are in the national team, especially in the World Cup, they don't need their club manager to be on their shoulders saying yes, no, well done, bad done, happy, not happy. I think they just need to focus on the job, and the job is national team, is World Cup. And then after the World Cup, I sent obviously a different manager, than a different message than to the other guys, because he won the competition. And for Didier, I'm really happy. I know what hurts to lose a final. I can imagine what hurts to lose a Champions League final or a Euro Cup final. That happened to Didier. He lost both. But now when you are world champion with your country, I think you forget all the painful moments in your career. And to be world champion with your country makes for everything. So really, congratulations to him. I think he was good. I think he was pragmatic. I think he worked really well for 4 years, the 2 years before the Euro and the 2 years before the World Cup, which prove that continuity and belief and pragmatism can make things happen. So I'm happy for him.
We need to start finishing up now, please.
Just on Paul Pogba, Jose, what can winning the World Cup do for him as a player in terms of his whole club career now, and can it be the platform for him to really kind of kick on with a player you hope that he can be?
You know, to win the World Cup can only be a positive thing. It's difficult to say that to win the World Cup is not good for a player's career. I can only imagine that is only positive. It's amazing, it's fantastic. So many good players, they never had the chance to be world champions, or because their country was not strong enough, or because they couldn't help that team enough to make it happen. And for Paul, I think it's the first World Cup he goes. He did the Euros before. It's the first World Cup he goes, and to be world champion can only be fantastic. And is a young team, a part of Giroud, Lloris, I don't know, maybe another one that I don't have in my mind, but a part of that, they are all young. They have more Euros to play together. They have more World Cups to play together. So I think the future for him in the French national team, amongst that fantastic group of players, can only be brilliant. And I hope that he understands why he was very good. I think that's the point about his performance level and his contribution to a winning team, is for him to understand why he was so good, especially in the second part of the competition, quarterfinals, semifinals, finals, where he was, in my opinion, absolutely brilliant.